lead the session so that we can request you can give the introduction to Professor Justin Paul and take it ahead. Thank you.
Right.
I request all other participants to please switch off your cameras and also keep yourself in mute mode so that it doesn't disturb the session. This is a request. Please turn off your cameras and be in the mute mode. These are some instructions so that there is no disturbance while the session is on. Thank you, all of you. Professor Preeta, you can take it ahead. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Raman. Welcome, a very good welcome to all of you. We have more than 300 plus participants on Zoom and many more on YouTube for today's session on Masstige marketing, which will be hosted by Justin Paul. A little bit more about Dr. Justin Paul. He serves currently as the editor-in-chief of International Journal of Consumer Studies, a 45-year-old global academic journal ranked as A grade in Australian Business Deans Council, which is also known as ABDC. A former faculty member with the University of Washington, he is a full professor of PhD and MBA programs. Currently at the University of Puerto Rico, USA, and a distinguished scholar, a professor at SIBM Pune and IIM Kozhikode. He is known as an author and has written textbooks in the area of business environment, international marketing, services marketing, import-export management. He also serves as managing guest editor with the International Business Review, Journal of Business Research, and European Business Review. He also serves as an associate editor with European Management Journal and Journal of Strategic Marketing. He has edited special issues of several A-rated journals in the ABDC category. Dr. Paul introduced Masstige model and measures for brand management, which is also the topic for today's discussion. He has also written on CPP model for internationalization, scope framework for small firms, and 7P framework for international marketing. His articles have been downloaded a whopping 550,000 times during the last 5 years. He has published over 55 papers in the SSCI journals and over 70 papers in Scopus listed journals. He has also served as an international faculty at various international universities in Japan, France, Denmark, Lithuania, Poland, and has conducted workshops in Austria, USA, Spain, and Croatia. He has been a program director for training diplomats of different countries and holds an honorary title as Professor of Eminence at a government university. I join all the viewers and audience today in welcoming you, Dr. Paul. Over to you for the session.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Professor Ramakrishna Raman, for inviting me for this session. May I begin my session?
Sir, if I may, there is one more thing that I would like to bring in. We have already floated questionnaires asking students and faculty members to send in their questions. So we have some questions. So the topic has already generated enough interest for us to have some questions. Please let us know how you would like to take these questions, midway or at the end, and we could chart the journey for today.
Yeah, we can have some questions, and I mean, I would say maybe after 20 minutes midway, and then again I can continue my session, and remaining questions I can take it up towards the end of the session.
Sure. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. It's my pleasure to be with SIBM community today to deliver this webinar. I prefer face-to-face sessions or face-to-face lecture, face-to-face talk, but unfortunately, we are unable to do that because of the Corona crisis. I was supposed to travel to Europe and India. I had to cancel my travel. Otherwise, I would have been in India actually on this day. But unfortunately, I could not travel. So I would like to thank you all wholeheartedly for attending this session. I would try to give you some ideas about what is Masstige marketing and how you can use the tenets of this theory or tenets of this model and measure in your real life business operations whenever you have an opportunity to use these ideas. I can share my screen now, and then we can go ahead with the help of my PowerPoint. Yeah, after 20 minutes, feel free to ask me a couple of questions. Then I would be happy to answer them, and I can go ahead with my own talk after that again. And then towards the end, some more questions. Yeah. Masstige model for brand management. This model is known for maximizing market share in any business or in brand management. You have an objective. One of the main objectives of a business firm is to maximize market share. You always think about, you always discuss and debate on how to maximize market share. So I present a model, or I present a business idea to create a premium brand, to create a prestigious brand, and to maximize market share. So what is Masstige? So let me begin with some basic ideas. The term Masstige was coined in a Harvard Business Review article published in 2003. Masstige stands for mass and prestige. How to create prestige in the minds of mass customers or in the minds of community on the whole. Masstige products, or in general, brands that are premium but attainable, are known as Masstige brands. So I can give you some examples like Starbucks, Apple, Louis Vuitton, Victoria's Secret, and there are several others. Chanel, so a lot of brands I can talk about as examples for Masstige brands. They are considered as premium or they are expensive. However, they succeed in creating prestige in the minds of people, and they are able to increase their market share in countries wherever they are operating, regardless of their price. They are price premium. Despite the fact that they are price premium, they are able to sell in numbers, in thousands of their units to the customers. And customers are willing to pay high price for these brands. So we will look at how they do it, or we will look at why prestige brands are created, or we will also have to think about how you can create a prestige brand or a premium brand. Masstige marketing can also be related to the basic 4 P's of marketing. Traditionally, when you study in an MBA class, you would talk about, or you would learn product, price, place, and promotion. On the other hand, today, I would like to give you an idea that Masstige marketing theory is based on the tenet that premium price is a function of product, place, and promotion strategy. So here, the Masstige marketing model is also based on the idea that you can charge premium price, or you can fix your price as premium price for your brand, regardless of the industry, wherever you are operating, provided your product and place and promotion strategies are great and appropriate. Suppose your company has a great, or your company knows how to mix this product place and promotion strategies in a big way, or in an appropriate marketing mix. Your price will be not simply price, your price can be premium price. That's why I have written here in equation form. Premium price, or price is equal to premium price is equal to function of product place and promotion strategy. This is not the case in a basic marketing management class that you learn. This is a unique equation, or this is a different equation, and this equation is applicable in the case of Masstige marketing. So marketing, targeting the mass customers and creating prestige in their mind. That is what is Masstige marketing. And you can use product place and promotion strategy to create prestige. Accordingly, or eventually, you will succeed in charging premium price. Starbucks charges $5 or Starbucks charges $6. Apple iPhone is prestigious and they charge premium price for Apple's iPhone. So same way, you know, you can name several other companies in different industries, and you can also learn how and why they charge premium price, and what is the secret of their success, and how do they position their brand in respective industries. Masstige theory can also be defined with the help of two equations. The fundamental question here is, how do you create prestige, keeping prices high and constant? Yeah, so you're not offering any discount. You're not offering any coupons. You're not offering any those kind of sales techniques to your customers, to attract your customers. You're not offering loyalty cards. On the other hand, you keep prices high and you keep prices constant. You don't reduce prices and you create mass prestige. So Masstige theory is also based on the assumption that the premium price is a function of Masstige, and Masstige is a function of product promotion and place strategy. You have to put these two equations together so that you understand what is Masstige marketing. Once you create mass prestige in the minds of your potential customers, you can charge premium price. And how do you create Masstige, or how do you create Masstige value? So that is the function of product promotion and place strategy. Product strategy, for example, as part of Masstige value creation, your product strategy can be based on certain aspects like product innovation, product differentiation, and so on. Some companies focus on product innovation, product differentiation, product diversification, product lines, and so on. Innovation is a key. Innovation is very important and critical. Product innovation, product diversification, product differentiation. You know, some brands offer differentiated products for different types of customers. For example, you look at Apple's iPhone. How many types iPhones are available? iPhone SE is available, iPhone 7 is available, iPhone 10 is available, iPhone, in different models, at least half a dozen iPhone product lines are available. This is also part of Masstige strategy, because you are not only trying to create prestige in the minds of customers, but also you are trying to reach out to the mass markets. Trying to sell your premium brand to the mass market by creating prestige. That is what is Masstige marketing. And you use product promotion and place strategy to do this in a scientific, strategic, and successful way. And promotion strategy, you can also use promotion strategy to create mass prestige. So you might need advertisement commercial strategy to create prestige in the minds of people. So you need popular brand ambassadors for this reason. So if you choose wrong brand ambassadors, you cannot create prestige, or you cannot create a popular brand. So you need popular brand ambassadors sometimes. So they have to be really popular. They should not be controversial. And place strategy. Place strategy can also be very important. Your location, your distribution channel strategy, everything should be, carefully crafted, and your business plan and marketing plan should focus on those kind of strategies as well. Where, location where you set up your stores. For example, if there are 5-star malls, so you need to set up your store in 5-star malls or city center and those kind of locations. And because high-end customers, as well as middle-income group customers, those who have genuine interest to buy, they all go to this kind of locations. Or even if somebody doesn't earn very high income, so you need to attract them by way of offering or by way of locating your stores in a nice location. As well as you can also think about other aspects like elegance, beauty. Those kind of combination need to be brought into your channel distribution strategy, your sales strategy as well. So a lot of things like that. I can keep continuing, but we have time constraint. My job is also to do everything within an hour, and questions and answers, including questions and answers. Yeah, some examples: Starbucks, Singapore Airways, Armani, Louis Vuitton, Swiss watches like Rolex and so on. In the education sector, if you talk about India, ISB is charging premium price, but ISB is attracting a lot of people from mass markets as students, despite the fact that they charge premium price. American Business School charge premium price, premium tuition fee, but they still attract students from China and India. China and India are mass market for them. So American business schools also follow mass market strategy, or I have to say that they follow Masstige marketing strategy. Success of Masstige marketing to a great extent is based upon how to formulate strategies with reference to 3 Ps: product, promotion, and place strategy. Last year, I worked in Florida. So this was a college where Rahul Gandhi did his BA. And I found that they have marketing managers in all the emerging countries, but they charge a premium price. The tuition fees is much higher compared to the world average tuition fee, or even compared to the American tuition fee. So still, they have this Masstige marketing strategy in emerging countries, because emerging countries have large number of people. So they attract a lot of students from emerging countries. Now I present a model as part of this session to explain how you can create Masstige marketing using different aspects of these Ps, these fundamental Ps in marketing. For example, product strategy. This is called a stage-by-stage model for Masstige marketing. Product strategy. Product strategy include product launch in the first stage, and in the second stage, company need to think about product innovation and product differentiation. And third stage, company need to think about offering sub-brands or product lines and sub-brands. This will help company to achieve their goals, with reference to Masstige marketing, or this will help company to create mass prestige. Promotion, the next P. Eye-catching media advertisement. Eye-catching media advertisement is part of promotion strategy, or should be part of promotion strategy if you want to create Masstige marketing niche, or if you want to position yourself as a Masstige brand. You need not be representing a multinational brand. Even if you have a national brand, you can create Masstige value if you do all this even within a country. Eye-catching media advertisement. This is important because many young people, they feel they get the real feeling when they watch an eye-catching media advertisement. If it is not an eye-catching media advertisement, with simple media advertisement, such media advertisement can attract senior citizens, but young people, mainly, majority of them go by eye-catching media advertisement. So in Masstige marketing, our main target is young people. And in stage 2, advertisement at premium locations such as city centers or airport where target customers are likely to go. I'm not sure how many of you have seen when car companies launch new models, they showcase their new model car at the airports. This is very common in Europe and America. If you travel through airports in Europe and America, you see any new car launched, car companies hire some space at the airport and they showcase that at the airports all over the world, all the big airport. If you travel through, you will see that all the new cars launched. This is part of Masstige marketing strategy because a lot of travelers pass by airport, they see this new car. Some of them might take picture of this new car. Otherwise, they will not see this kind of cars. And the same way in city center locations, you showcase this kind of cars and this kind of new models launched in city center locations. So those the kind of strategies will help. This is part of promotion strategy. And in stage 3, you move on to strategic brand management and endorsement by brand ambassadors and celebrities. This is also required if you want to create Masstige marketing strategy. For example, Louis Vuitton, they use Hollywood celebrities to endorse Louis Vuitton brands. So likewise, if you look at very successful Masstige brands, they have used brand ambassadors as part of Masstige marketing strategy. But you have to carefully choose brand ambassador in case if your brand ambassador doesn't enjoy popularity, or if he is controversial or she is controversial, that will not help you. Place strategy, the next one. Control distribution for exclusivity. So Masstige marketing tenet is also based on exclusive distribution. It's not really based on intensive distribution. Exclusive distribution with control for exclusivity, because otherwise you might dilute your brand value or brand equity. So majority of the Masstige brand, they follow exclusive distribution strategy. But you can question this in the context of coronavirus crisis, because in this kind of coronavirus crisis, some companies are offering, or some of these companies are nowadays changing their distribution strategy from exclusive to selective distribution strategies. Selective distribution strategy worked well during the crisis time for premium brands. So if you look at this or redefine this in the context of crisis, you might need selective distribution strategy, not just exclusive distribution strategy. Exclusive distribution works well when an economy is booming, when the market is booming. Otherwise, sometimes it has its own challenges and it has its own constraints. So in stage 2, the next stage, distribution of a Masstige brand, of a brand that you want to create as a Masstige brand, distribution can be through direct channels as well as through franchising. Traditionally, premium brands never thought about franchising. They always wanted exclusive distribution, controlled distribution. So they always focused on direct channels. But these days, especially considering the recession, in countries with recession, these premium brands, they also rely upon franchising as a distribution channel, not only direct channel, but also franchising. It's a good idea. Franchising is a good idea, especially in countries with recession. If a country is not booming, franchising is required because you can grow with somebody else's money. And in third stage, stage 3, online sales begin to attract new generation consumers. Online sales. Yeah. So I can tell you some example. Louis Vuitton never had online sales. Traditionally, or historic policy of Louis Vuitton was that they never believed in online sales. But nowadays they have online sales because they also realize that if they try to attract every customer to their shop, sometimes people don't have enough time and people don't have enough convenience to find the stores, go to the stores. Now they have started online sale. This is only in third stage they have started this. Otherwise, in first 2 stages, they were not keen for online sales. Nowadays, I can also tell you, some car companies and even Apple in America, they have introduced zero interest purchase facility. You can buy Apple products these days in America without interest. If you enjoy the credit limit, they will give you everything by installment, no interest these days in America. This is a strategy to counter recession, mainly recession because of coronavirus. No interest, free. I mean, you can pay in installments for during next 2 years or 3 years. You just have to sign the contract now, and you don't have to pay any rate of interest to buy any of the Apple products these days. Apple is a Masstige brand. Price, yeah. So I defined price before. Price in the context of Masstige marketing is premium price, and price or premium price is always high or premium, and it is constant. You don't offer any coupons, you don't offer any discounts, you don't offer any loyalty cards when you follow Masstige marketing strategy. And without all those, you can still attract customer. That's the beauty of Masstige marketing, provided you follow all these tenets systematically and strategically. So here I have a figure. This figure demonstrates how one can create Masstige value, or in other words, I can say Masstige, we defined Masstige, mass prestige value. This is quantified. I have also developed a scale to quantify Masstige value with 10-item Likert scale. So I can explain that briefly. And yeah, so here after this slide, you can ask me a couple of questions. I would be happy to answer. So how do you create Masstige value? Actions, certain actions are required. These actions will help you to create Masstige value. Some of these actions include product strategies, product differentiation, innovation, and new product lines. The next action, tactical promotion strategies, advertisement in popular media, strategic location, popular media. Yeah, where you advertise is also important. There is no point in advertising everywhere, wherever you think, hey, this is a good place to advertise, that kind of thing. You have to plan your advertisement medium very strategically, and you have to look at the popularity of the media. You have to also compare the cost and benefits of advertising in such media, and you have to be very well planned in deciding those advertisement channels or media. It can be television, newspaper, or it can be somewhere else, but you have to be very, very strategic or diplomatic in terms of your decision of where to advertise. Place and distribution strategies. As I mentioned earlier, franchising is a good strategy to create Masstige value because you can reach out to small towns. If you think that you can expand your own branches in small towns, sometimes that may be a wrong idea, because you don't have enough money and resources and people to open your own branches in every small town. But if you follow franchising strategy, you can reach out to small town. So because this is Masstige, means you are also trying to reach out to the mass market by creating prestige. So you are not only creating prestige, but also trying to reach out to the mass. E-commerce strategy. E-commerce strategy is also important. These days, especially during the crisis time or next 1 or 2 years, e-commerce is critical. It's very important. And positive word of mouth experience. Yeah, so you are actually trying to create, by following these strategies, you're trying to create positive word of mouth experience. And if you do all this, you can create high quality product line. And this will also help you to create brand awareness, brand knowledge, and brand likability, and that lead to brand love. Brand love and excitement and social status, because many people buy these premium brands for social status. They buy this, there are two types of customers: fit-in customers and show-off customers. If you look at many people in 20s, a lot of them in 20s are show-off customers, but people in age group 40s and 50s and 60s or 70s, a lot of them falls in the category of fit-in customers. I can tell you an example. In my city where I live in America, I have a friend called Rafa. Rafa bought a BMW car. Rafa doesn't have to have monthly salary. I mean, his monthly salary is not good enough to buy a BMW car, but he still bought BMW car. I asked Rafa, hey Rafa, you are one of my friends. Why do you buy BMW car? So what is the reason? So he said, how all the girls love BMW car. That's why I decided to buy BMW car. So what does that mean by? That means he falls in the category of show-off customer. So in Masstige marketing, your goal is to attract those show-off customers as well as fit-in customers. That means, because the mass market consists of show-off customers and fit-in customers. So you try to create Masstige value by targeting both type of customers, show-off customers as well as fit-in customers. Yeah, so that this brand love, brand excitement, and social status. One of the example I told you, Rafa's reason to buy BMW, because he just want the girls to be around him. So he bought BMW for that reason. So brand love, excitement, and social status also lead to brand equity. And this brand equity, the next stage, this brand equity would turn out to be, or this would actually create Masstige value. Yeah, now, so this is the original article that I published on Masstige Marketing in 2015, 5 years ago. This article is titled Masstige Marketing Redefined and Mapped, Introducing a Pyramid Model and an MMS Measure. In this article, I developed a scale, and I will explain that briefly after your questions and answers. Now I think I can take up some questions if you have some questions.
Right, sir. Very interesting session so far, and I was screening through the questions that have come in. One thing that's on top of, I think, students' mind at this point is, given the COVID pandemic, I mean, this question has come from several students, top of which is Aditi Bagela from SIBM Pune, and also Deepam Datta from SCIT, which is the Information Technology Institute at Symbiosis. Both of them want to know how is Masstige marketing going to be affected in the post-COVID scenario, especially if shopping is not going to be in malls, it's not going to be so much outside but online. How is Masstige marketing going to get affected?
Yeah, so post-COVID in sense, I mean, this is a question more relevant for 2020, because I would foresee that by 2021, life will be normal, because the news that come from vaccine development, I mean, companies, those who are developing vaccine. So this is positive. So you don't need to worry too much about, this COVID is, or coronavirus has changed certain things in the way that we all do things or do business this year. So by 2021, life will be normal, and first half of 2021, life will be subnormal. But now it is a difficult time. So, but again, everybody, I would say that I would expect that all these governments are going to ask people to take this vaccine mandatorily once these are successful. So even if it is not mandatory, people would take this vaccine as polio. So we all have taken polio vaccine when we were when we were growing up. So likewise, like polio vaccine and those kind of vaccine, this is also going to be a mandatory vaccine. I would say that way, or I would expect that way. So I don't think that we have to worry too much about, the fact that things are changing. So, but we have to worry for next 6 months. But after 6 months, or by 2021 January, I would expect that life will be normal. So even the universities or classes and all is going to be face-to-face by January. I would expect that way. Even in America, some of those schools, even elementary schools, they have got permission to conduct classes face-to-face these days. And if you look at Sweden, Sweden is doing an amazing job. They have already announced that you don't need to wear a mask and all those kind of things. So, so this opinion regarding whether to wear a mask and to how long this is going to be a problem and all. So this is, I would say that you don't need to worry too much about this, but what I talk about, Masstige marketing, shopping in malls and all those, I would expect that everything will be normal by December and January. So these tenets will remain intact once life is going to be normal. So, because it would not make sense for me and you to worry too much about something what is going on temporarily for a couple of months.
Okay. Okay. Here's another question. This has come from Daksh, who is from DY Patil. He asks, are there any types of Masstige marketing? are there any different types and of variants of Masstige marketing?
Types in sense, the idea of Masstige marketing got, and the idea got developed with original research leading to democratization of luxury. But Masstige marketing goes beyond democratization of luxury, because here we also talk about how to create Masstige value, and not only luxury products, we also talk about Masstige marketing include all premium brands. So it need not be luxury. So it can be, premium brands. For example, Louis Vuitton is a luxury brand, but Apple is not a luxury brand in my view. Apple is just a premium brand. So in Masstige marketing, Apple is a Masstige brand. So, but it is not really a luxury brand. It may be a luxury brand for bottom of the pyramid customers, but it is not really a luxury brand for someone who has a decent job. So that way, for example, if you look at American customers, everyone has Apple in America. So people don't have Samsung in America. So it's a normal brand in America. It is so likewise. So here the variant in sense that Masstige marketing captures more brands rather than traditional luxury brands. It's not only for luxury brands, but also for any premium brand. Even, for example, I tell you, in the water segment, suppose if you look at mineral water. So let's say your city or your state or your country has 4 mineral water brands. One of them might be premium brand. So that premium brand definitely is an example for Masstige brand, because they are trying to sell to the mass market, but their price is relatively high, or they charge premium price, but they're also targeting the maximum customers. If your target is maximum customers and your price is relatively high. So any of those kind of brands are examples or classic examples for Masstige brand, because you are charging premium price by creating, prestige, or you offer high quality, plus you also convince your customers in such a way that you are known for your products. And you also use some promotion strategy and play strategy to convince customers to buy your brand, paying premium price.
Yeah, so you mean to say that Masstige marketing can happen even in popular categories like water or other FMCG categories as well?
Yes.
I know, Dr. Paul, that you have written a case on Louis Vuitton. And there is a question that has come from another student, Pujita Nayak. She asks a question on Louis Vuitton itself, which says prestigious brands burn their unsold products. So how can this not put them in loss? What is the main reason why they do this?
Can you read that sentence again? Prestigious brands?
Prestigious brands like Louis Vuitton, they burn their unsold products.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
No, I mean, this may be a criticism. I don't think that they really burn unsold products, because of course they have high profit margin. So even if they burn, they can still survive because they have very high profit margin. At the same time, I don't think that they burn unsold products. Maybe this could be a criticism, because criticisms can be part of any business, anybody's life. So, but this is similar to a proverb like, so knowledgeable. There is a Japanese or Chinese proverb that if you know everything, you don't speak much. And those who speak too much, they do not know anything. So this is a proverb, something similar to that kind of thing,
Right. So we'll take this one last question before we allow you to continue. This has come from a student who's interested in startups and asks, is it advisable for startups when they are starting up to directly get into Masstige marketing?
Provided you position yourself as a premium brand. I mean, if your goal is to position yourself as a premium brand, at the same time, you want to sell to the maximum customers. So if that's why in the beginning I told you, your marketing plan and business plan should be very scientific, focusing on product promotion and play strategy if you want to create a Masstige brand. Even if you have I would say that you have reasonable resources, you need to have reasonable amount of resources to position yourself as a Masstige brand. Because in order to in order to think about product innovation or product differentiation or product lines and promotion strategy like a Masstige brand, you need to have some resources. If you are backed by resources, for example, venture capitals and those kind of resources, or banks, money or whatever, or your family has a lot of resources, you can position it as a Masstige brand from the beginning itself. But if you don't have resources, positioning from the beginning itself can be a challenge.
Right. So Jason Jacob, if you're listening in, this question has come from you. He has given you the answer on, even though if you're a startup, how can you still continue to want or aspire to be a Masstige brand? Over to you, sir, for the rest of the presentation.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, in my second part, I will introduce, or I will talk about the scale that I developed. So we talked about how to create Masstige value, and we present this scale to compare or to estimate Masstige value of competing brands or Masstige value of a single brand in different markets. This is a scale to measure mass prestige value of brands and compare the value of competing brands to derive insights on the popularity of the brands. I'm sure you know about different scales. There are scales for different reasons, like personality measurement scale, what kind of personality you have, or service quality scale. There are different scales. So likewise, this is a Masstige scale, and this scale will help you to measure the Masstige value of competing brands in a specific industry, or you can compare the value of a single brand in different markets. So here, in my first study, I just did a single brand comparison, Masstige value, estimated Masstige value of Louis Vuitton in different markets. But in my other studies, I also took up competing brands and estimated the Masstige value of competing brands in single markets. So the objective of this specific, so now I'm presenting specific research study I have undertaken. The objective is to illustrate how to build a top-of-mind brand in a key market by implementing Masstige marketing strategy, as well as to develop a theoretical model. So the objective is also to illustrate complexities of managing global operation and challenges and opportunities in a foreign market, and to determine how to use this marketing mix piece to effectively attain sustained success. And here you can also see that to develop a score scale to measure the effectiveness of Masstige marketing. So you can use this scale to measure, to understand whether your brand is successful in Masstige marketing in a specific market. Yeah, so let's look at, so here, what research I did was, I decided to estimate Masstige value of Louis Vuitton brand in Japan and France. I used to live in Japan. I lived in Japan for 3 years, and I was a visiting professor in France 3 times. So I had a lot of connections and in Japan and France. So this was 10 years ago, and at that time, I collected data from 590 women from Japan and France to measure Masstige value of Louis Vuitton in those 2 countries. Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton, whatever you pronounce, S is silent in French language, that's why I pronounce it as Louis Vuitton. So Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton is a French brand, luxury brand, and I tried to look at their Masstige value, or whether to what extent they created Masstige in Japan and France. And so in order to do that, I developed a scale, and data was collected using the scale. And this scale is termed or named as MMSS. MMSS stands for Masstige Mean Score Scale. It's a mean of liquor scale score. It has 10 items and total 70. It's a scale from 0 to 70. 70 is the maximum score. So you can see this picture, Louis Vuitton's showroom in Japan. So this is the interior part of LV store. LV believe in attracting customers with the slogan, you know, like shopping is an experience. You buy certain things because you enjoy shopping. This is a kind of slogan LV promote. So shopping as an experience. So this is you know, this is the way they decorate their showroom, interior decoration. So people, especially the young customers, they go to their shop, they get motivated to buy just because they want shopping as an experience. One of the reasons for buying is nice experience of shopping. Yeah, this is the outside view of Louis Vuitton store. This is also part of the play strategy because play strategy has different components. Yeah, so there are some other studies also relating to Louis Vuitton and how they used the tenets of this Masstige marketing. And yeah, Louis Vuitton is a brand from France to Japan. It's originated in France, so established in France in 1854. And they expanded to Japanese market, and Japan was one of the first overseas markets and main source of revenue. LV Japan has had an aggressive marketing strategy targeting the high-end middle-income group. Yeah, so they targeted high-income group and middle-income group also. LV's price is about, you know, the price of LV. LV charges about $1,500 or $2,000 for their bags. LV has different bags named Kipali bag and standard European bags, and so different varieties, at least half a dozen bags, different types of product differentiation of bags, at least half a dozen in different names. And in some market, they offer more than a dozen different types of bags as well. Yeah, so this case of Louis Vuitton is very interesting, and it is the best-selling case of Ivy Canada and Harvard Business School. I'm very, very proud of spending my time as an author of this case titled Louis Vuitton in Japan. So it has been selling very well. It has been the best-selling case study in the world, worldwide best-selling case for last 10 years. And yeah, I collected data from Japan and looked at LV's business in a close way in Japan. Yeah, so their strategy was focused on product development, brand management, and understand and adapt to the Japanese market. They focused on creativity and product innovation. They focused on quality control and distribution control. So this were the strategies during the early days when Japanese economy or Japanese market was booming. But then they later in stage 2 and stage 3, they even used franchising strategy as part of their expansion and Masstige marketing strategy. Louis Vuitton focused on constant improvement of quality and also offered lifetime repairment guarantees for its customers to attract customers, because sometimes customers need to be guaranteed, lifetime guarantees and those kind of things, and constant improvement of quality. If guarantees or warranties are given, customers will come. Otherwise, customers may not be willing to pay $1,000 or $2,000 to buy Louis Vuitton kind of brands. LV's strategy was value creation, but not price. LV never compromised with the price. They charge $2,000 for some Kipali bags and $1,500 for standard bags and so on. So this strategy is based on the strategy of attracting customers. Those will also keep on buying, or they will refer to friends and relatives, word of mouth. LV survived recessionary phase in Japan and the trust of customers also very well. And LV promotion strategy of LV. Yeah. So LV's promotion strategy was mass marketing strategy to achieve mass prestige in Japan. They use celebrity endorsement and sports sponsorship as part of this technique strategy, because a lot of young people, they are crazy for celebrity endorsements and sports sponsorships. LV used this, they used this and created capability, and LV turned out to be a popular brand in Japan, or prestigious brand in Japan. We call it as prestigious because this is not free. This is very expensive. At the same time, people are willing to pay for that price, regardless of its price. So because of prestige and because of course, it has two components, usability and prestige, two components. And ability to control. Yeah, so advertising strategy and keeping products exclusivity also is important. Otherwise, sometimes you lose control of your distribution. So you have to also make sure that you don't lose control of your distribution. Place strategy, they sell through, traditionally or in the beginning, they sold only through exclusive stores located at prime locations. This was stage one. I showed you a model, three-stage model before. In stage one, LV did only this way. Sales only through exclusive stores. Comfort of convenience while offering joyful experience at well-decorated showrooms. Yeah, this was another strategy. Well-decorated showrooms. Offering joyful experience, joyful shopping experience. It's important because shopping has to be joyful. Especially ladies go for shopping. They spend 3 hours, 4 hours for shopping. And because for them, it's an experience. And they also they make sure that they don't distribute their LV brand to small stores. In grocery stores, LV was not available. So they wanted to control distribution network. That's why they did it that way. So here, I would like to present a pyramid model for marketing Masstige products. This is a theoretical model blending the tradition of mass marketing dynamics with the mapping mechanism. Pyramid model. For example, so the question here, why we need a pyramid model to demonstrate this is because we are asking a fundamental question: how does a brand that is synonymous with luxury or premium, exclusivity grow while retaining its catches, So you have to retain in your niche or catch, and at the same time, you have to grow. You have to keep growing. How do you keep growing? So this is an important question. It's a very interesting question. So this pyramid model demonstrates. So you can see high income group, middle income group, and low income group. So in any country, you have these 3 different classes, these 3 different groups. So traditional luxury companies only focus on high income group, the top of pyramid customers. Maybe Dhirubhai Ambani, Anil Ambani these days is not in the high income group, I guess, but Mukesh Ambani and all are part of high income group, or Ratan Tata and those kind of groups. So middle income group, normal middle income group with good jobs, engineers, doctors, professors, they all fall in middle income group. So, and low income group. So the idea is that Masstige marketing, how Masstige marketing is different from traditional luxury marketing. Traditional luxury marketing only focus on high income group, but Masstige marketing focus on not only high income group, but also middle income group. But in many cases, Masstige marketing also target low income group, half of the low income group in the stage 3. Stage 1 and 2, they don't target low income group. They target high income group and middle income group, but in stage 3, they even target some of the low income group customers. Yeah, now trying to explain this scale. This is a scientific scale I briefed about MMSS. MMSS stands for Masstige Mean Score Scale. And this is a scientific scale-based instrument containing 10 questions that measure the impact of Masstige marketing. And here, the goal is to estimate and compare the effectiveness of Masstige marketing strategy in different countries or states or districts or cities. So this is a very important contribution in my view, because you can compare the effectiveness of Masstige marketing strategy of competing brands or single brand. If you compare competing brands, you just take one market and compare it. But if you take single brand, you compare its Masstige value in different states or cities or districts. Yeah, so these are the questions. These are the first page is brief description of customers or respondents who can fill up this questionnaire, and based on this questionnaire survey, you can conduct a survey to estimate Masstige value and estimate Masstige value using the scale. So these are the scale items. So let me explain this scale. This scale has 10 items, and the scale value range from 1 to 7. If a respondent is giving 7 out of 7 for some specific item, that means respondent is fascinated about Masstige associated with this brand. A respondent is very happy and excited to give 7 out of 7. Respondent is buying this brand regardless of its premium price because of mass prestige associated with it. So this scale item I can read very quickly. So you can use the scale to conduct a survey and estimate Masstige value in any market or any society. For example, these items are item number 1, I like this brand because of mass prestige associated with it. 2, I feel like to buy this brand because of mass prestige. 3, I tend to pay high price for this brand for status quo. 4, I consider this as a top of mind brand in my country or state or district. 5, I would like to recommend this brand to friends and relatives. Number 6, nothing is more exciting than this brand. Excitement. Number 7, I believe this brand is known for high quality. The quality is also captured in the scale. Number 8, I believe this brand is of international standard or global standard. Number 9, I love to buy this brand regardless of the price. Number 10, I believe that people in my country or state consider this as a synonym for prestige. So you can use this to conduct a survey among consumers or potential consumers. And if they say that they give 6 or 7, that means they are excited. But at the same time, in the case of some brand, they might give 1 or 2 or 3. That means they don't like that brand and they are not excited about that brand, then that brand doesn't enjoy mass prestige value in that market. So here, the method to estimate Masstige value is collect data from sample of customers or potential customers and calculate mean score of responses to each question. And step 3, compute the sum total of mean score to examine effectiveness of Masstige marketing strategy. Compare the score in different countries or regions or states or districts if required. Yeah, so here, now I would like to interpret this score and how do you judge? How do you come out with judgment of this score in the scale? If you do this survey and calculate MMS, you will get a score ranging from 0 to 70 because it has 10 items and maximum score for each item is 7. So it will be 10 into 7 is 70. So if your total MMS mean score is over 60, that means you can say that that brand has created, that brand has succeeded in creating top of mind brands based on mass prestige. MMS 50 to 60, the firm succeeded in Masstige marketing, but not top of mind brand. MMS 40 to 50, MMS stands for Masstige mean score. The firm has not yet succeeded in Masstige marketing, but it is possible in the long run. MMS 30-40, the brand is not yet accepted well in a market, well in that market where respondents are responding. MMS 10-30, the firm has failed to create mass prestige in that market. So this is how you can interpret it or you can judge it and you can compare the Masstige value. Yeah, so what I did the survey, my first survey was in Japan and France, an age group of 18 to 33 women in the age group of 18 to 33 participated in the survey, 590 women. And this was the score I calculated and I got based on the survey. LV in Japan had a MMS score of 60.2. LV in France had an MMS score of 56.4. That means LV succeeded or LV created high level of mass prestige value in Japanese market compared to its home market, Japan. So Japanese consumers were excited about LV France, so they treated or they considered LV as a prestigious brand. Going by this course, compared to consumers in France. Consumers in France also give them due importance because 56 is a decent score. Yeah, so my conclusion is blending Masstige marketing strategy with the principles of 4Ps can result into greater market share and rousing gain, even in a culturally different markets. And yeah, MMS-based instruments introduced in this as a measure of Masstige marketing can be used as a criteria to examine the effectiveness and popularity of brands, regardless of the industry or region or country or state in the world. It can serve as a benchmark measure for comparing the effectiveness of not only premium brand, but also the normal brands. This is an extension. It is also useful for normal brands. Yeah, so I can also tell you some other examples what I did. So I also did another study comparing the Masstige value of car brands in America, Toyota, Honda, 2 Japanese car brands versus 2 American car brands, GM and Ford. I selected these 4 car brands and I estimated the Masstige value of these 4 car brands in America. I found that the Japanese car brands enjoy higher Masstige value in America compared to American car brands in America. In that study, that was another study. And some others did a study on, I'm aware of a study of smartphones, but this one is not yet published, but they compared Masstige value of smartphones, iPhone and Samsung in Europe, So this is also possible. And maybe in France, Samsung enjoy relatively high Masstige value, but in some other countries, iPhone enjoy Masstige value. Ajay Kumar and myself did a study on comparing Masstige value of laptop brands. We selected 4 laptop brands and we looked at laptop brands, which laptop brands enjoy relatively high Masstige value. So yeah, you can select some industry segments likewise like this and then conduct studies as part of your research. It is also useful for practitioners to compare Masstige value and decide where they are successful and whether their competing brands are more successful in creating Masstige value than their own brands and so on. So I would like to conclude with a couple of propositions. These propositions simply means that proposition 1, P1, higher the Masstige value of a brand, higher the likelihood to success in a market. P2 or proposition 2, higher the brand's market orientation, targeting customers in the middle or bottom of the pyramid segments. The higher the likelihood of sustaining the success in long run. If you talk about long run success of a brand, you have to also succeed in middle or bottom of the pyramid segment category. Otherwise, you can succeed in short run, but long run success also depending upon success in those categories. And proposition 3, the better the marketing mix, the higher the likelihood to increase sales and thereby Masstige mean score. Proposition 4, higher the Masstige score, the higher the average life of a brand in a market. Yeah, so this another paper, my second paper titled Masstige Model Measure for Brand Management was published in European Management Journal. This is another paper for reference in case if you want to read this. Yes, if you want to read this, you can download these papers from my website. My website is drjustinpaul.com. Otherwise, you can also email me. My email is profjust@gmail.com, profjust@gmail.com. I have my lecture, this Masstige lecture on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/drjustinpaul. If you want to listen this to again, I have another lecture on Masstige on YouTube, and I'm not sure whether this is recorded, but you can watch that on YouTube as well. So now I can take up your questions.
Yes, so we have some more questions. They have come from a group of students as well as faculty. The first question that I am bringing to you at the end of this session is from Karan Mule. He is at the sports management school called the Symbiosis School for Sports Sciences. He asks that he understands, he says that he knows that, understands now that prestige brands can become mass prestige, but can mass brands become mass prestige is his question. Is it possible for mass brands to become Masstige brands?
Yeah, so mass brands are priced normally at a relatively affordable or very, very, very competing price. So Masstige brand means your price is not very, very competitive. So your price is relatively high. You keep prices relatively high and you create prestige in the minds of mass markets or mass customers or maximum customers. In simple words, maximum customers. You try to succeed, you try to get the support, or you try to make it popular brand, keeping prices relatively high. That is the theory of Masstige marketing. So mass brands are different because their prices are very competitive. But Masstige brands don't keep prices as competitive. And mass brands, some of them also offer discounts and coupons and loyalty cards and those kind of things. Masstige brands don't offer loyalty cards or loyalty points or discounts or coupons. So, but they try to focus on other piece that are keeping prices high. That's why I defined in the beginning itself, in Masstige marketing, price is a function of mass prestige, and mass prestige is a function of product promotion and play strategy. If you know those two equations, if you understand the meaning of those two equations are very, very powerful to understand the concept of Masstige marketing.
So, right. So, Karan, in other words, prestige brands can go mass with the right strategy, with product promotion and pricing. But mass brands will find it extremely difficult or challenging to go there.
Yeah, mass brand cannot create Masstige value. So because your price, you keep the prices, the mass brand is a totally different concept.
Right. Here's another question. This is from a faculty, Dr. Tripti Dhote. She says that she understands Masstige marketing is about market penetration. But are there brands that have succeeded in doing this in India?
Yes, because for example, Singapore Airlines is a popular brand in India. Singapore Airlines always keep prices relatively high. But there are a lot of Indians preferring to fly in Singapore Airlines because they offer a very high quality service, on-time service that is part of their promotion policy, and product quality and service quality, because it's also like how you can say Singapore Airlines is known for product quality or service quality. So it's a hybrid airline ticket is a hybrid. So it involves product plus service. So you can also simply say it as it is a service brand. So Singapore Airlines is a classic example for success in Masstige marketing in Indian market, because they have flights from almost every city in India for international locations. And not only Singapore Airlines, I would also say that Starbucks is successful in India to some extent compared to the number of years they have entered in the Indian market. And Starbucks is a premium brand, and many Indians go, especially the young people go to buy to buy coffee from Starbucks, and it's a premium brand, you know. So likewise, if you look at different segments, if you look at fashion brands, some of the fashion brands, even Symbiosis girl students will be buying those fashion brands by paying premium price. So a lot of them are foreign fashion brands. If they can succeed in Indian market, they, regardless of their country of origin, they keep prices high and people still go and buy.
Right. There's another question that has come from Naman Modi. He said, when do you decide when a brand goes from being prestige to Masstige? And I think even I can answer this now after your session. Clearly, they should collect the score, the MMS score, and see if there is potential for it to go Masstige. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, MMS score, if you use the score and estimate the Masstige value of different brands, then you can understand whether you have succeeded in creating Masstige value or not in the minds of customers or potential in a specific market. So based on your judgment, then you can also craft new strategies to create Masstige value.
Right. The last question from me, sir. I have followed your work on Masstige marketing. I had this question for you. Let's say, for example, you have looked at different brands within the same category. So whether it's comparing to laptops or comparing to mobile phones or car company, car brands within a market, what do you think is the potential for comparing two different product categories? Let's say a utilitarian product and a hedonic product, but both of them Masstige, and seeing if they are able to create the same sort of impact, one being a very functional product and the other one being a more experiential product.
Yes, there are opportunities to look at or analyze or conduct market research looking at utilitarian versus hedonic products. That those are very interesting, and they will be very meaningful. So such studies can be also undertaken, and real life brand managers as well as academic researchers can undertake such studies and trying to understand how their company strategies are working very well or not.
Great. And before we leave, sir, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the special issue which is coming up on Masstige marketing? We have faculty members who are listening in on this webinar, and maybe they would be interested in sending in papers to that special issue.
Yeah, Journal of Business Research has launched a special issue on Masstige value and Masstige marketing. And the detailed call is available on Journal of Business Research website with the title Brand Equity, Masstige and Masstige Marketing. So it's basically, you have to do some studies relating to the Masstige marketing. It can be studies comparing Masstige value of different brands in different sectors. For example, maybe in clothing sector, you can compare the Masstige value of foreign brands versus domestic brands, or in watches sector, maybe you can compare the Masstige value of Switzerland watches with Indian watch brands like Titan and all. So likewise, you can select some sector and estimate Masstige value. This is one aspect of special issue, or this is one of main aspects of special issue, but you can also explore other ideas like utilitarian versus hedonic, or build some new models, or extend the existing scale, or contribute towards another scale development grounded on the available scale, so or expand or build a theoretical model, so or add some other dimension into Masstige and your own idea. So so you can you can read the call, and we are open for different type of studies relating to how to create Masstige, and yeah, we have very detailed call. I would request you to read this detailed call that we have written and crafted very careful with a lot of careful work on. It is available on Journal of Business Research website, and yeah. So under the special issue call for paper section.
With that, I would like to close the session today, sir. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Paul. It was extremely informative for so many of us who might have not known about the concept. Also, you have taken the trouble of explaining everything in detail, right from the conceptual level to how to collect data and to measure, along with comparing data between brands, between categories, between countries and regions. So thank you so much. I would also take the opportunity to thank all the people behind this webinar, Dr. Raman, the IT staff, and last but not the least, the students and faculty members who have wholeheartedly participated both in attending the session as well as sending in scores of questions. I'm sure it's created a lot of curiosity, and there'd be more work around Masstige marketing now here as well, coming from Indian scholarship. I hope you have, this is the start of your day. Thank you very much for pitching in so early in the morning. I hope you have a fantastic day, and a very good night from Pune.
Thank you very much. And I would be also happy to consider Masstige marketing related papers for International Journal of Consumer Studies, where I serve as editor-in-chief, because I find that a lot of research is done on the same topic in a recycled and repeated way. So if you do research on some relatively new topics like this, there are more opportunities, because otherwise hundreds of papers are published on the same topic on different areas. So I would like to encourage researchers to undertake research on topics with newness and novelty. Thank you.
Thank you. This is your host, Dr. Preeta Menon, signing off for the evening. Thank you so much for staying with us, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Professor Raman, for this.